Hello, everybody. I'm going to make sure we are live. My window not acting right and not letting me switch to live chat instead of top chat, so not sure what's going on there. So I'm going to wait for some of my ladies in the box to show up and chat before we launch into anything. And I have Joan. Why is my screen so dark? Let me see what I can do to fix that. There we go. Hey, Joan. That's so weird, that window is still dark. Hang on. There we go. Oh, now I can go to live chat. Okay, whatever. Hey, Linda. Acme Post. Hello. Welcome. We're getting windows lined up here. All right. Foggy, misty, icky Sunday morning here today in good old Merlin. So I thought I would stream. Hey, Pat. Good to see you in chat. So I'll give it a couple minutes and let a couple other ladies come in. And meanwhile, I'm taking a swig of I have my airborne mixture in my Dasani water bottle. I'm not feeling 1,000%. I'm going to make sure I nip it. I don't want to have anything take me down during the holidays. Hey, Claire. Hello, my friend. I'm going to set this aside. These are just, I put this out here just to have something for people to look at. These are some of the watercolors on Yupo that we did last week. I wanted you to see them dry and how they show up dry now that I can actually tilt them properly. You can see that flash of the rose gold in there. But look at some of these areas, like this streak down here. That's the Lizzy Linka shining through there. And this dark, do you remember how I put Lizzy Linka in here and it kind of, the rose gold and the lunar black squeezed it together and it condensed it in this one line? Well, that line is there. And if I can get it to show right, it's a color shifting line. It's hard to show on person. I mean, on the camera. CB, what up? But there's some moments of some more Lizzy Linka down here in that turquoise bit. See those hot colors in there? But look at this lunar black and what it does when it granulates on Yupo. That, my friends, is hard to beat. And look up here. This was the Thunder by Nibs. Sorry, Lightning was the lightning that separates. I mean, you can't hate it. Here's another one. This is the one where I did with Daniel Smith's. And I threw in a little, what else did I put in here? I don't remember. Little Lizzy Linka down here. Oh, Pacific Lagoon Creamer is in this one. Hey, Jan. Who did I miss? Anybody? So this was the Cascade Green. And you can see how that's a granulating watercolor, but you can see how it granulates a little bit differently on Yupo than many of you have used this, I'm sure, on watercolor paper. Hey, Kath. Hey, Z. And it just looks so different, but very cool on the watercolor. It looks like an underwater scene. But it just, that lunar black, like look down here. Look at it. Come on. Focus for mother. Really? Of course, if my hands were a little steadier, I'd probably get better results with the focusing thing. Okay, let's stop. Hey, Brenda. Let's try it again. There we go. Look at that. I mean, where will you get that anywhere else? And it's so easy. You saw me just slopping the watercolors on the Yupo with a lot of water and let it do its thing. Here's one of the ones that I was trying to use the same colors that I was reimagining that I used in a piece that I ended up giving to my nephew a number of years ago. There's a lot of rose gold in this one, which is what you see flashing there in those rings. But there's some pretty cool stuff going on in there. I mean, come on. It looks like you're looking at the moon through a telescope or something. That there's what we call texture. Look what it did to this one ink. I think that was the mahogany, the P.H. Martin's mahogany liquid watercolor, radiant watercolor. Broke into this pink and purple. And it looks like a reddish brown in the bottle. And when you put it on any other color kind of paper. I mean, come on, people. Don't hate that. Of course, Dot made me do the red. She isn't even here to see it. Not a fan. It's okay. It's out of my regular color palette. Can't say that I hate it. I don't hate it. There are parts that are genius in here, but it's usually involving the inner black. Not so much the red. And I put a different gold in here. The gold you see in here, that was this Kuretake drop of shimmer. It just doesn't move. And it is gold, so it's a heavier pigment. It's metallic. It sinks because of the weight of it. And then the other bits just kind of move around. But, you know, you still can't hate it. So that's that. I got a little surprise back from Z. And I'll show you the other bit when I get it assembled. But this is her. Look at her Christmas card. Her little nautical theme. So cute. Look at the seahorses. Love it. And the inside is just our note. And I got one of the coasters. Thank you very much, Z. Love those. You put those in a safe place back there out of the fray. And a friend that we met, when I say we, the girls that joined me in Arizona that we went together this year, Zandra, Claire, Bonnie, and April. If I got to name more than 2 or 3 names, I lock up. But Sherry was one of the ladies we met there. And she was beyond awesome. She sat next to Claire, for those of you who are there, if you don't remember her name. And she actually ran into us downtown Prescott one day and was shopping with us for a while. But she sent me something. And with that something, she included these papers. Come on. Look at this stuff. Let me bring this in a little bit so I don't have to jack my shoulder up too awfully far. Some of these are old. Look at this. Oh, this has little bits collaged over it. But look at this ink work here from the original. Try not to eat the papers. All these ledger books. And, oh, this is tissue. Oh, my goodness. Is that one piece? Oh, no. Look at that. I don't want it to tear. These are some beauties in here. These are the kind I want to tuck away and squirrel them away and afraid to use them. And here's a little note she sent me. And this, I actually haven't opened this yet, but these are little bits in here. It's a tissue. I guess that's German. Little words. with definitions. And oh, these are just Rolodex cards. Flashcards. This will be good for math in the years to come when my memory's really shot. The Francis Pharmacy, Apothecaries, and Analytical Chemists. Indianapolis. And it looks like somebody's getting some kind of glycerin. 1 teaspoonful. Good to know if anything's ailing you. Start there. But these are such cool papers. I really appreciate that. She was awesome. Put these in a safe place to be filed. And this has her address on it for me. And this is the official unboxing. I think most of you guys know who Masha is for Masha Watercolors. I ordered one of her new pigments. I wonder if that's her doggy. How cute. I ordered one of her new palettes. If you guys have kept up with her site, she and her husband make these wooden palettes that you've seen me use, many times before. This design here, right? That's actually one of my pictures on there from Hatteras, or actually Ocracoke Island at a retreat I was at years ago. But these boxes, they make the boxes themselves. Hey, Vaughn. Right? So this box they made by themselves, as well as the ceramic pots that are in it and the watercolor that's in the pots. So the pots that she usually puts out there to sell, this little ceramic ones, she sells those separately if you want to fill those on your own. And she sells the wooden palette with pots that are empty. But of course, why buy them empty when you can get her to fill them with watercolors? So I picked out my 12 favorites, and we'll get to it. So every order, she sends you these really nice swatch cards, watercolor paper. I don't know what this is. Oh, this one's lifted a little bit. I'll try to go in this way. Hey, Devin. Ah, that little stinker. This ornament, you guys may have seen, she posted it. Look at that. It's a brush holder and a Christmas ornament. It's a twofer. Oh, 2 penny from Masha. That's so cute. I shared this picture when she posted it, and several people, and I don't know who they were, reached out to me on different platforms and said, where can I get one? I got to have one of those for my tree. Maybe if one of the mods can put the link to Masha's Etsy shop, but it's Masha, not Marsha, no R, just Masha watercolors on Etsy. And you can message her there or on Instagram if you're interested in one of these. It's so close to Christmas now. I'm not sure how that would work out, but you can get in line for the next Christmas rush. But thank you, Masha. That's beautiful. I thought that was so cute when I saw it. That will go from here to the tree pile right there. So this is how she wraps everything. And there was a lot more wrapping in the box to this. I peeled it down just to this. Oh, look at the box and the wrapping. Oh, we get to unwrap each one. Oh, ultramarine magenta. What do you know? Let me pull you in closer. Get my nimble fingers to work here. And I ordered the pots that were just the white pots with the gold trim. Hello, lover. Actually, I should, well, I can tell which ones they are because these are my 12 favorites. And I think these are like in the Masha's favorites when she does a palette, a favorites palette. And right next to it, Serpent Green. These take a while. She's out of a lot of stuff and they are restocking everything. But if you want to contact her and get in line for anything, of course, the sooner you do it, the better off you are as far as when you'll be able to get it. But filling these, that takes about a month to turn around because they need to be filled 3 times with watercolor and dried properly before you layer it with another one so it's all solid in there. How cute are those little pots? And of course, reusable, refillable, right? Ocean Wave. It's one of my faves. They are wrapped like candy. Ocean Wave. I probably won't need these for me to remember what's what. I pretty much am familiar with these colors. She says now. Anyway, Xander, is your weather crappy? Forest Green. Oh, that's another favorite. Gala. Patty is drooling right now. Yeah, I don't want to activate the watercolors. Hey, Flo, with my drool yet. Cobalt green hue. That's the one that to me breaks down and looks very similar to those of you who are familiar with Daniel Smith Cascade Green. Hey, Amalia. Turquoise Violet. Hello, lover. Crap, forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, I was saying so. I'm sure it was earth-shattering important what I was saying. But I really have no idea. Gayla, were you listening? Hanging on to every word? I'm guessing no. This one is Flame. Oops. I do have a tendency when I get the wrapper off to put this in my mouth, but it is not a box of chocolates. Here. This one's peach. This one's really pretty. Of course, they're all really pretty. But I got to tell you, if you guys have not tried Masha's watercolors yet, she does sell dot cards. And I have seen, who was it? Was it, oh gosh. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? She's in Europe and she has website that sells stamps and stencils that they make. Why won't her name come to my tip of my tongue? But she does some really cool little watercolors projects on YouTube. A lot of abstract stuff where she incorporates her stamps and stencils that are really cool. That one's Weathered Rose. She has a set of, thanks, Z. She has Sea Lemon. Thank you. Yes. She has an array of Masha's dot cards, which is a generous dot, I'm telling you. And she's been using those for quite a while doing her watercolors. Hey, Dana. Welcome. She's been using those for quite a while on her channel doing her projects. It's not just a little, you do a swatch and you chuck the card. They are, there's a good bit of pigment on there. This one's Dragon's Blood. It's funny, I'm probably going to move these and don't need to know the order of these anyway. Almost there. Look at you. Viola. Viola. Or is it voila? How fancy. Oh, my hands are freezing down here. Anywho, there you go. And we'll do something with these. I think more than a swatch is coming up, but we'll see. I wanted to show you, remind me to show you guys some two different kind of black papers I got from Laura Lou. Well, hello. How the heck are you? Oh, hang on. Drop my airborne water lid. How stinking cute is that? A travel brush would fit in there very nicely, gotta tell you. Where are my travel brushes? In a safe place now. Oh, all my black paper's in the way. How am I going to do this? Okay, let's just put that there. But anyway, in my black paper journey, I was looking for something. And of course, black, what's the stuff called? Crepe paper came up. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to grab some of that. And I'm going to maybe not now or not today. But because of the texture on crepe paper, like, you know, the decoration stuff that everybody's seen for 100 years, I think what I'm going to do with this is roll out some, hey, Kathy, bronze paint on a jelly plate and very lightly tap this in there and see if I can get it to just hit the high points and just, you know, for use in collages or whatever I decide to do, whatever. Or I'm looking at this and I'm wondering if I can like push this out. Watch me have the whole thing come unwinding. Kind of like so. And then kind of roll that edge to get just bronze on the edges. I don't know. That might be a wreck. That's a train wreck waiting to happen. For now, we're going to set it over here in a safe place. Let me grab some watercolor paper. Oh, Lordy. Which do I want? I think I have a couple open. Oh, there they are. Hello. Here's a pad of arches that's open. This is cold press. All right, let me zoom you out a little bit. I've shown the difference from party and vintage crepe paper. Oh, I bet there is a difference. Is the vintage stuff more rough, more textured? I'm falling asleep on the couch. That's okay. I won't take it personally. Or will I? Okay, first I'm freezing. My hands are freezing. The rest of me is burning up with this heater next to me. Hold on a minute. And my wheels hung up an extension cord for the heater. I'm going to turn that off over there now. I'll just have to rough it. Okay. No matter how I do this, I never have enough room. Consistent problem here. So let's do a little vertical format. I gotta zoom out more to get the whole thing in there. Of kind of a Alison Darwant-ish style. I say ish because I can't get it, but you know, I keep trying. Is this the one I want? Yeah, and this is one of the brushes that Alice, I think this is the magic tip. Of course, I've used it before and it's still, I can't quite get it, but I really don't practice much. I mean, there was months that I hadn't even been down here, and now I've been down here twice once a week for what, two big ones in a row? Or is it three? I don't know. But we'll be retiring soon, so I'll be doing it more. Even if I'm not streaming, I can come down and play more. But this is one of the ones that Allison uses a lot. And it sounds funny, like when you're doing blobs, like, so what, you got a round brush, it's a round brush. Not always the case. So this is a different size, but you get it. This is a round Black Velvet by Silver brush. Got that long, pretty tip on there, right? And here's another one. This is a Ducato squirrel hair mop, but it's got that fine tip on it. And a lot of these other ones that I have, like the Lebanson, hairline tips on them. They are great for a bunch of stuff. But look at the tip on the one that Allison uses a lot. It's a round brush, but it doesn't have that long, skinny one hair. And when you're making a blob and you're using the end of it, that matters. So I thought to myself, if I get the same brush she uses, I'll be just as good. Well, sadly, it's not the case. But I shall keep trying. And I don't sell anything. So, and Allison encourages people to try to, imitate her style or take her tips or whatever, to use them to learn and then combine them with a bunch of other classes that you take, and your own style will eventually come out when you put your own hand to it. So I'm going to have to trust her. So I'm going to wet these bad boys down. I don't know that I'll use all of them, but you don't know that I won't. What's Amalia doing fun? Talking about walking around New York with all the Christmas decorations, pizza, lemon drops. That's just mean to share. Chinese food and beer in Chinatown. Well, that's a good day to me. I'd have to be Ubering back. I wouldn't be walking too much after that. I tell you, for a big girl, I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. Prayer candles at the cathedral. Oh, cool. And shop for knockoff bags, as one does. Oh my God, years ago, my girlfriend, Gail, I always say my best friend, Gail, and I sound like Oprah. And I went to New York City. My boss gave me for a birthday present a trip to two for New York. This is before I met Dave. I was single at the time. Trip for two to New York City on the two first class train tickets. A night at the W, Times Square. 2 tickets to Mamma Mia, and dinner for two at Tavern on the Green when that was still there. And I know he was awesome. I love that guy. Anyway, this is many years ago. So Gail and I went up on the train, and we headed to Chinatown for the fake watches and bags. Oh my God. We went to eat, and we went right off the main drag. Literally, there was a store right here on this corner. Right here was the store. And right here was a Chinese restaurant. So we're in Chinatown. We want to eat Chinese food. So we go in this restaurant. We have lunch. I said, I'm going back to that store in the corner because they had some fake Louis Vuittons I want a closer look at. We have lunch and we go back right here. And there are no purses, no Louis Vuittons, no nothing. It looked like a pharmacy store. I thought, what the hell happened? I mean, I got a pretty good sense of direction. I thought, what in the world is going on? Well, anyway, they saw us, I guess, walking in circles, looking around like, where the hell are we? And one of the guys came out and he said, yep, the police came by. They had a whole wall that was on some kind of pivoting device, and the whole front wall of the store where the purses were on shelves, it flips and it becomes a pharmacy storefront. Then they wanted to take us down in a tunnel system to go down and look at good deals. And I thought, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so, little fella. I'm not falling for that one. But I'm sure it was probably fine back then. But yeah, they had big lawn and leaf bags full of all these fake Louis Vuitton and Coach and Kate Spade and whatever. And they would sit them on the sidewalk, pull down the bag, and you'd hear this weird Tarzan yell from down the street, which apparently is a signal. We caught on to that. And I had like 4 or 5 bags on my arms while I'm trying to decide what to buy. They ripped them off my arms, shoved them in the bag, and hauled ass down an alley. So, yeah, it's interesting. I did get, funny enough, I got a $25 Rolex watch that actually a man in a jewelry store behind the counter of the jewelry store working there, he said, "That's a beautiful Rolex." And he was serious. And I said, "Yeah, you want to see it?" And I took it off and handed it to him. He looked up at me and he said, "I would have thought that was real." I said, "I know, $25. You too can have one of these babies." So then my mom said, "Next time you go, I want one." So then I had to go back a few years later. We went up for work. I had to go back. But it's, yeah, it's pretty interesting. There was a girl, a very young woman that had a suitcase and a little folding stool. And when the coast was clear, she, yeah, it wasn't that obvious though, Devon, but my brother went up as a kid and came back with all these weird names on watches. Oh my God, it was a riot that he fell for all of them back then. That thing kept perfect time for years. Years and years. I don't know whatever happened to it, but I went back and got my mom one several years later. But yeah, anyway. Back to the watercolors. You guys so easily distract me. It's not me, it's you. Hey, Susan. Okay, now I got to concentrate for just a minute. Let's do I'm going to look at my cheat sheet here. And if Dot's here, I'm not doing red. I will throw red in here if I want to, but I love these reds. So anyway, what I started to say before just shot back into my head about Masha's watercolors. These are all granulating watercolors. They're really nice granulation. I mean, really nice. I've seen a bunch of them. Nibs, pens and inks, Nibs watercolors. They also have very nice granulating watercolors. But I love Schminke. But guess what, Schminke? Masha's are better. I'm telling you, these, if you want anything like this, that's who you got to see. So let's go with one of my favorites. This is the Ultramarine Magenta. And let's start down at the bottom. Maybe get some drippity-doo-dahs. And I want this wetter, actually. So see what a dark purple that looks like here? And see how I'm getting more of a circle with these blobs and not the hairs jutting out? Looking all crazy. Let's see if I can get a little dripsy going here. And granulation likes a good bit of water. Oh, that's really going to drip. That's okay. Give me another one. There we go. I'll take that. Hi, Sophia. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, hello. Okay, so that's the ultramarine violet, and you'll see what that breaks out into. But next to it, I'm going to do serpent green because I can't help myself. And this serpent green and this color make beautiful music together. Now this is kind of dry the way I did it here. I don't know if it's going to really blend that much or not. Let's see. Yeah, there's some going in there. That's good. We'll let those have their way with each other. Look shimmery and lush. Some of you need want to know, but if you don't know already, you probably do. Oh, hang on. Have you come across it? Yes, I have. Yeah, I saw that Jackson's was selling them now. Jude later. Hello, my friend. Norma. Look what the cat drug in. It's good to see you guys. I do have a few of those, Safia. And I do believe, I don't want to misspeak, but I think those are the ones that I found. Some of their colors don't show up as well on the white watercolor paper. They're great on black, but white, a little sketchy on white. They're the one, I think they're the ones, some of their, I don't know if all our other colors do, or just the few that I had or the formula I had. I don't know. But they turn out when you turn the paper to see the flash, it might look gorgeous front on, but if you turn it at all, it looks like gray or brown. Yeah, they're awesome on black. So how's Jude and how's Norma? Good to see you guys in chat. So Norma was in Arizona with us, and Jude is a Kiwi, lovely Kiwi from New Zealand, who's been an online friend for many moons. Now I have to halfway concentrate. Give me a minute. Ocean Wave. I think that was Ocean Wave. Let's go to this turquoise violet, only because we can. Look at you. I'm not paying attention and getting these wet enough to run. I have to go pick up my car. Oh, no worries, Evan. Take care. Let's go to this cobalt green hue. Let's get up here while this one's still wet. Notice the color palette. I can't help it. I like the cool colors. Watch what this one does. This is the one that kind of reminds me of the you know, oh great, that's not good. Damn Wheaties. All right, let's just set this off to the side. We'll deal with that repair later. I want to get one of these really light colors out of here, and I don't know which one. Let's use a light gray, since this is kind of cool. And maybe one of these greenish ones here. This is the Ocean palette. They have some really pastel colors in their palettes. I just want to kind of fill in this hole with something that's different, lighter. Get some of that darker to pull into that. Look a little ethereal. Let's go with a big word. Am I using it right, Kayla? I'm just going to spray this one down. I might use some more of these. Let that sit for a moment. Let's choose a little bit darker one. Over here, while this is still moist and they move around. And that's kind of darker than I wanted it, so I'm going to actually add this whitish. This is like the palest pink on the planet right here. See what things do. I remember mixing some of these too with the Masha colors, and it made it look really cool. Let's put I don't know what's going to go up there. Oh, you know what? I have one down here that's almost black. Let's use a mix of these two to get something really dark up there for some reason. I don't want to think I want to do. I don't know. As soon as I touch the paper, I'll probably say that was stupid. Yeah, it looks really, it's pretty, I think. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's not that dark. Oh, you know what? This is a dark blue that's pretty too. Oh, I can see that one's used quite a bit. That may be in keeping with the theme. And some of that milkiness running into there looks pretty too. I'm just going to kind of let that be kind of an odd shape. Patty's asking me a question. She knows I have to keep stirring the cheese sauce. Cheese sauce? What are you making? Oh, nice, Jude. Are you going to go away or your home beach for your holiday? Look how see how that's traveling together? I kind of like that. Do you get the theme of the watercolors on the Yupo and how I like that look? But I do like that too, actually. I don't like this hard line right there, though. I wonder if I can. But the feathers, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone. Leave it alone. I think Masha's working on some new stuff for 2024. Patty, are the paints and the round pans a new set? Yes, Susan. This is what I did the unboxing of first thing when I got on. These are Masha's. These are colors I picked to fill it with. She's selling these new wood palettes, and she's been selling these little ceramic dishes that she makes. Her husband makes the wood palettes. She makes these little ceramic pots. Of course, I wanted the ones with the gold trim. And instead of buying them empty, I thought, well, that's not smart. Just fill those babies up. So I picked my 12 favorites, which I think are the same colors of her like favorite sets that she does. Yeah, they're lovely. And she's out of stock on a lot of stuff right now. She sold a lot of stuff for the holiday, for gifts and stuff, I suppose. So, but she said she is obviously restocking and will have stuff ready, and with some new things. I think single pigments she's working on maybe. And she sent this, and I wanted to show you this. She makes these little palette ornaments. You can contact her on her Etsy shop or Instagram about that. So if anybody's interested in the price of this palette with ceramic, with gold, with watercolors, let me know. I think I'm going to whip a moon in there, and let's do I need a smaller brush. Let's use this one. It really is pretty. I wanted to find. Hang on. somewhere in a nice secret place. Here they are. Here they are. I have some travel brushes. And look, fits right in there. How cute is that? So I think we'll put a little metallic moon in here. Cheese sauce. What the hell is she making? You know. Oh, scalloped potatoes. Oh, you're fancy. You make a cheese sauce with your scalloped potatoes. 2 hours from home, hire a beachfront house. You walk directly to the water. Come on. Wow. You Kiwis know how to live it up, I'm telling you. I hope you have a wonderful time. I'm going to put this one on here. I was going to go with I forget what that one's called. I think I will go for this one here. Let that sit for a minute. And of course, you're now having your summer, not your winter. How perfect does that work out? Very nice, very nice. I gotta take my glasses off to try this up close. So this is one of the Lizzy Linka sets that unfortunately they sold out of. They are all color shifting. It was a little trio that they sold. You can't get this one anymore. However, 2024 is going to bring more color shifters your way. So stay tuned to Lizzy Linka too. I don't want my brush quite that wet to try to get this first line of this circle in here. We'll make one of Alice's little moons out here. We will attempt to do that. And I'm just kind of doing it freehand to see if I can get anywhere close to what a circle looks like. It's still too wet. I want to get more pigment and less water. And it's not working. I'm going to get some more of that water out of there. I want it really shiny. You can see over here where it's shining, or maybe you can't. All right, let me see. I want more pigment. I'm going to let that dry down because it's so wet in there. I'm just kind of moving the pigment in a circle. Jude, be careful who you invite. I may just come a knocking on your door, after I retire and being free and all. You don't know what's going to happen there. All right, I'm going to let this sit. I said that a minute ago, didn't I? You see how well I listen to myself? Okay. I'm going to move it out of my face, so I will be letting it sit. I'm going to grab another. I don't know, Gayla. What do you think? Looks like it was made for you. That's all I'm saying. Let me get another pad. I'm going to try some of these other colors to show you guys. Maybe I'll just do like a big swatch card that may or may not run together and bleed and blend and intersect. I'm going to do it. I'll just make random shapes. just to show you what can happen with these lovely creatures. So this is the ultramarine magenta. Let's make a little bit of a circle. An oval. Let's call it an oval. I don't want this to be, get out the micrometer to make sure it's exactly measured a certain way. But I'm trying to push a lot. Oops, see what I did there? Push a lot of the pigment over this side because I want to go in while that's still wet. Gala, I do have that power to ruin it from here. Somebody just told me who was, one of the girls. So at work, we just had an all hands meeting. And one of the girls that used to work in our office for decades had moved to northern Georgia. And I said, oh, I have a friend that lives in northern Georgia. And off the top of my head, could not think of the name of the city where you are. And now I can't remember the city where she is. So, nice story. Jeez Louise. Ay. I'm just going to go down the palette, work through the palette, and let whatever one happens to be sitting next to this one is what's going to get bumped up here the next time. So we'll just see what happens. And I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking to... Denise Love, you're in North Georgia. Hey, Denise, welcome. So Gala, one of my mods, is in North Georgia. I know you're a fan of Masha. I'm just playing here, just making a mess, just to play with her. Her watercolor palette. These are some of my favorites. But I had her. This is the new palette that she has out. But I had her fill the pots, Denise. These are little ceramic pots. Of course, I had to have the gold trim. And I had to have them filled because why would I want an empty one? Got a new palette and art haul video coming out this Friday. Yay. Good for you. Yeah, I've got, I don't remember you being in chat before or knowing if you've seen these before. But let me put one more color in there so I can get this one while it's wet. I'm paying no attention to what I'm doing here. As per usual, let's just make another circle over here and try to get these two to have their way with each other. As I reach in my palette drawer. And now let's go over here and grab this one. And I just want to let them blend and see what happens. No shapes, no precision, just blobs of loveliness. All right, let's take this one down here and let it run with a couple colors and see what happens. This is what I wanted to show you. Denise, do you have any Clarksville? Do you have any of these palettes of Masha's? I have 3 more. No, I have 5 more spaces. I can fill that one, but I have 3 of these. This one is actually she made for me with one of my own photographs on it from Ochre Coke. But those palettes are really nice as well. I'm not sure about the 36 one. Is that in a wooden palette? Where did I leave off? Over here with the red. Is this flame? Yeah, that's flame. This is a really pretty orange. Let's run this one through here and see what happens. That might make a really pretty baby poop brown. Well, One of our holes, a ceramic set in a tin. Oh, cool. I'll have to look for that one. God forbid there's one out there I haven't seen before. Let those roll around, see what they do. This one's Storm. This is a dark purpley blue-black color. This is still wet. I'm going to go for this one over here and see what happens. I'm telling you, my hand is shaky today. I can't make any of the corners connect, so that's why we go abstract. Ears will be alert. Gala. Sauce is done. Ruined by questions for Patty on to potato cutting, which gives condescending comments. Great. Well, I hope your knife skills are such that you don't end up in the emergency room. That's all I'm saying. This is Weathered Rose. This is a pinky color. Let's try to grab some. Let's just do this and get some of this Storm going with this Weathered Rose. This Weathered Rose is a beautiful color. Let's make that wider. I still got too much pigment on my brush. It's too pretty to waste. Let's go up into here and see what happens. And then this one is Dragon's Blood. This is a pretty red. And the last one, when am I retiring? I don't have a solid date yet. There's a couple things in flux, but most likely by the end of January. Keeps getting pushed out. A couple of reasons why, but yeah, probably I can't, unless something very shocking happens between now and the end of January. I'll probably go the end of January. I'm going to let these wash out a little bit. And I'm going to put, just because I can, see how these are merging down here? I'm going to put another, I'm going back to the top, Ultramarine Magenta. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that down here, away from those. And I want to get the Serpent Green to bleed into all three, because these are all three pretty wet here. Because that's when it gives me that kind of raku-ish color that Mama likes. So we'll see if I can get it to do its magic today. I'm going to start here in the middle and just gently let it touch and move into all these colors. And it's traveling. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me bring it in a little bit. He's a traveler. Just letting it touch here and there. Get more up here on this guy. Just let them kiss, and then they'll do magic. Are you moving your Are you moving out your retirement because you'll possibly be spending more time together? No. I have a friend that did that, though. No, Dave goes out January 3rd, for sure. And I... actually depends on if I have to have that cervical surgery or not. We got to see what's going on with that. So, I'm going to tell Dave you said that. And wait till next summer when you show up. Which one said that, babe? The blonde. I'm I'm going to put a little more of this shifting Lizzy Linka color. Denise, if you're still here, have you ever tried the Lizzy Linka watercolors? There we go. That's what I wanted. Lizzy Linka. They're German. And if you like, I know you like metallics. They are lovely. Oh, once you do, make room on your shelf for more. I am now the proud owner of their complete inventory. That's all my pre-retirement purchases to hold me over when my paycheck stops. That's not even close to being round, but you know, we're going to fake it and pretend it's round. I'm trying to channel Alison Darwant. For those of you who don't know Alison, she's got a real distinct style. She encourages people to copy her, to learn and mix it with all their other skills and techniques that they have, and maybe come up with your own style. But I'm telling you, she is good, and I can't. Oh, can you guys see that shift? Oh, there you got a little bit of the color shift there. And Lizzy Linka is going to be making more color shifters next year. Yeah, her Oracle deck. I have that too. Several of the girls here have it. We love her, and but just to show you, I know you love Masha. I'm anxious to see your palette. 50 minutes worth of Gainesville. Yeah, her oral, actually, it happens to be right here. This is Alison Darwant's Art Poetry for Insights and Inspiration. It's her Oracle deck. I showed you this, guys, before. The cards are beautiful. They're edged in gold, and they're all her artwork. See what I'm trying to do? That. It never looks like that, but they each have a phrase or a word, and then a little line down at the bottom. Find the magic in each moment. Breathe deeply and inhale gratitude. They're beautiful. Jan, what's it Jan say? I have the complete Lizzy Linka inventory too. I knew you would. So, what did you having a knee surgery on the 8th? Hey, Jan, didn't you have both knees replaced? Are you having problems with them, or is my memory totally shot? Denise, are you going to try to do live streams at some time? It's actually kind of fun to have your community there and be able to, can't hear them, but you can read Gayla's comments, her snarky comments, of course. God love her. I only can make fun of her because she's one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, but you know, I got to make her feel special. Tell me about your knees. Here's the Lizzy Linka packaging. These pans are equal to about a half or 1.5 half pans. So they're greater than a half pan. But they are lovely. Wait a minute, let me put the right kind of light on here because my lighting is crap. I got to get something else with lights down here happening. However, there's a little sampling. That was the Indian Summer set. This is the Northern Lights set. I mean, they are scrumptious, and they are gorgeous on black or white paper. both. And a lot of metallics are not good on both. That's just a little sampling. This is one of my favorites. This is the those damn magnets are strong, I'm telling you. The Summer Lovin' set. These have some color shifting colors in them. What did Jan say? Revision replacements recovery is supposed to be much easier than the original replacements. Bilateral on the replacements. The plastic is worn out. Good night. Well, I know that's no fun. Are you going to have or need help at your house when you are recovering? Look at that. Hello, lover. Come on. Of course, mine are a mess from using them and not being extra special careful, but anywho, that's some Lizzy Linka. No listing, darn. Wait a minute, hang on. Santa is bringing me my first listing. Oh, are you trying to say Lizzy Linka? Ballot. Santa is a very nice guy. Oh, you're gonna. Which palette are you? Or did Santa tell you which palette you're getting, Dana? He said I'll go in inpatient rehab if he's able to do both knees. Wow. Is that something that a lot of people that it happens to? With having to have revisions. How long ago did you have that? I don't remember. It's pre-COVID because were they not done when we went to New York after my retreat? Did we? I can't remember. I know your knees were hurting you there, but I don't know if it's because you were recovering or because you needed the surgery. I'm missing stuff in chat. Let me go back up here. You have a good following, Denise. I bet you could do a lot of classes if you wanted to, or even maybe online ones, or just stream live. Sherry Cooksley, your ears must be burning, my little friend. Sherry's with us in Arizona, and it was her goodies that she sent to me that I was showing you earlier with the papers. Lovely. Oh, they're 9 years old. Huh. Is that normal for them to have that wear and tear that you have to have a revision already? Or is it the one that they used was not as uh, durable or whatever for time? I know Z's had issues with having stuff redone, but I think that's more not the artificial joint, just other issues. Inpatient rehab after femur fracture. Dave was my therapist for my recovery for when I had my knee replaced last year. Bless his heart. He's a good nurse. I know, Sandra. I tried to mention that to her earlier without drawing too much attention. Have old knees because of my weight, they wear out faster. Susan, I'm not sure where that fact came from, but I sure hope you're wrong. He does. He deserves a gold stars and a halo. April. Hello. Oh, you finished shopping early? I guess you knew exactly what to get me. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh, I wanted to see what this was doing over here drying. I think I'm not getting as much water in those colors to get him to do the raccoon thing. Where's my little eyelash brush? Huh. Where the heck is it? Is this it? Yeah, here we go. I love this little marker. Yeah, my replacement was done with the robot. And it was funny, a lot of people were telling me I wouldn't want to do it with the robot. I'd want the doctor there. I was like, hello, he's not on the back nine. He's running the robot. Jesus. But anyway, it was an hour and a half for a total replacement, and woke up, did a couple of things for physical therapy, and they showed me how to get in and out of a car, up and down steps. I forget what else. I was still a little woozy. And off we went. Let's put a couple little birds up here while I'm thinking about it. I like this brush to do that with. Oops, that one's got a bad wing. We won't look too much at him. Let's put a couple low down in here. Okay, stop with the birds. It's a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. I wanted to do something else. Was in my head to do. I'm very distracted today. Can you tell? Let's just whip another one of these. I can do the details on this later and play with it. I don't know why they always sort of come out with that same overarching shape, if you know what I mean. Oh, Lord. Where is my clean? I'll use this one. It's clean enough. Hello. Why do I always do that? There we go. Now I got her going. This time your shape is oh, CB, you bad lady. Yeah, don't forget Sandra's streaming today at 4. I basically just wanted to come over and show you the Masha's new style palette. And let's try it again. Never say never. Patti, did you ever get your symbol stencils over the watercolor? Patti, you mean on the Yupo? Actually, I gave up last week. But let's give it a whirl, shall we? Let me put these to the side. I never have enough room. Ever, never, never. And I say try it now because as I was washing out my water bowl, I found a magic eraser there. We're going to try it that way. So here's one of Masha's. Those are the two colors that I think look like raccoon when they're together. That's the serpent green and the ultramarine magenta. That's the only two colors that's on there. Why is that in with these? I don't know. thought about doing it on this one, but that one's kind of funky, cool looking. I don't know if I want to disrupt that one. I might put some foil on this one like I did that one other piece. That's what I might do. Is it in here that I want to use this? I'll use one of these top ones. So here's a few from last week that I did. Oh, this one came out okay. That was really this camera zoomed in too much now. I need some more elbow room. This was a really light one on transparent. See me back there? It's transparent Yupo. Where it lifted, but it was still kind of runny, like the shape didn't come out crisp because it was still a little, the least bit of water on this stuff really hoses you up. I don't need help getting hosed up, I can tell you that much. Here's another one we did. Let's put some gauze on this one. Get a little texture in there. This is the one that I tried that failed. It just came out so blurry. I tried to do it on the lighter parts where this lunar black granulated. And you can see it's there, but it's not too crisp of an image if you know what that image is supposed to look like from my stencil. Anywho, let's try one of these. And this I was just playing with. This kind of looks crazy, but I would never use this whole piece for something. But cut up like Denise. She's a good cutter-upper. Patty, you were going to show us some black paint. Oh, thank you, Jan. You know what? I'll do that now. And then I will do the magic eraser. Put that right there in my face. Probably won't get to the point where I'm pulling out my jelly plate on this stuff today because it's 3. I don't know. I might have time actually. Where is it? Here we go. I think it's in here. Good old Amazon. There happens to be a roll, and there is some tissue, but this is supposed to be different tissue, and I don't think it's called tissue. I gotta look this one up though. Here's a piece of it out here. It's very shiny. Almost looks like faux leather. Leather. So I don't know how that would work with the paints, but we're going to find out one of these days. Okay. And then I also had where the hell did I put it? Oh, here it is. The crepe paper that I wondered how that would pick up just a really light touch of paint. Hello, my brain locked up there. Did you hear that? Does this have any labels on the packaging? Of course not. Let me look it up on my order list and see what it was called. Orders. There's the crepe paper. Here we go. This is Estune, Estune, 240 sheets, 12 by 12, deli paper sheets, sandwich paper, dry wax paper sheets, oil proof, food basket liners, food wrapping papers. All the buzzwords are in there, but I thought this one said something about maybe that was the other one I was going to order. I don't know. But anyway, that's what this one's called. It's just 12 by 12 black deli. It does look like plastic. It feels very plasticky. And it says dry wax, but it's slippery. Let me hang on a minute. Let me go into my other browser. And I will I'll put the link out here. don't mind me. Okay, here's this. Copy. There's that link, and I'm just going to grab the link to the roll, craft paper roll, 12 inches by 100 feet. They have different craft. They have a green, they have a dark red and white. I like the black. Copy. Hey, Kathy. All right, there's the two links for what I'm about to cost you. Oh, it's not my fault. You guys are so easy. Craft roll made in China. Black craft paper. Shipping, dunnage, and parcel. New. Love the labels. Let's see what this looks and feels like. Hey, April, are you guys still eating the leftovers of that pasta dish? You guys see me post my pasta dishes that I've been making lately from their Instagram influencers that do the one pot pasta dishes. Tam, hey honey, how are you? I've been making them a lot, and I'm actually making one when I get out of here. I was going to do a different casserole, and Dave said, "Yeah, babe, just do what's easier." Yeah, I got to learn to have these recipes or something for two of us. That's a lot of pasta. But you know, that's Sfogliani pasta. That's good stuff. We love that. Thank you, Rachel Ray, for getting me hooked on that stuff. I'm going to tear this off with the tape on it. This seems like a nice weight and very black paper. Like, you know how that other black deli paper is like a charcoal gray on one side and a little darker charcoal on the other side? Well, let's do it this way. I think if I had a stack of it, I don't know, other than the curve, I don't know if I'd be able to tell you which is the front and the back. It's very similar either way. But the Italian wants to know what kind of pasta that is. Give me a moment. We just happen to have a crate of it down here. I'll show you a box. Oh, Lord, I'm all jacked up. Is that too long? Mama getting old. Let's see. Where's the one I want? I'm going to have to open up the other box, which I will anyway, because it's Dave's favorite shape. And it's the chew of it, too. It's not just the shape. He's not 6. But this is the brand. And this guy was on Rachel Ray Show when she was still doing it. And he was making pasta in different shapes that didn't exist so that it would hold more sauce and cheese. It's called Sfogliani. I just get it right from their website. And this one is the Cascatelli. He calls it waterfall pasta. And see how you can see how it's shaped. Oh, look, we just went to a cooking channel. This one is called Quattratini. I haven't made any of this yet. And this one is called, oh, that's another Quattratini. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone. These boxes don't have the the opening so you can see the pretty pasta. Hang on. I got to get my other box open anyway. And I'll show you our favorite one. I think it's called Soup. Hang on. Give me a moment. And pardon the deflection from the heart itself. Hey, we all got to eat. Don't email me. These are boxes inside of boxes. Sweet. Okay. Chat amongst yourselves. There we go. Good night. This one so far is our favorite. Vesuvio. Actually, my last post, when I posted a picture of all the ingredients in the pan, I held up a piece of this. But it's named after a volcano. But it's a really good chew. Just mix a little your color shift paints into the cook pot. Yeah. Okay, somebody report CB to the authorities. I think she's trying to kill me. Can't say I'm surprised. It's only a matter of time. And look what I found as I walked by. One of my other ones I did last week. I thought there was another one. Remember, this was the one we called Breach because the colors kept breaching into the other ones. But look, and that's got Lagoon creamer pigment in it that shifts purple, blue, green, turquoisey blue, and my rose gold watercolors in there that I make. You know, my little pan of it. But that's what most of this flashiness is up here. That's all the rose gold in with the lunar black. I mean, you can't hate that, people. Sandra. Oh, you got 2 sets from Lizzy Linka and the Christmas colors and Hazel. I know. Don't you just want to eat them? Don't eat them. I'm just saying. CB probably would encourage you to eat them, or at least me. But you can't hate that stuff. Okay. So that's the black paper. Let's grab a stencil. If I have time, I'll come back and we'll try a couple jelly prints on those papers just to see how they perform under pressure. And where's my stencils? I want a little pictograph one. Let's try these. Here's one of my pictograph ones. That's the newer set. There's a different design for the older set for those who are not aware. And let's find a space. You know what? Let's do this one. This one's not my favorite. So if I hose this one up with the magic eraser, it's not that big a deal. But I was thinking this Cascade Green up here, that on Yupo, that's how it granulates, which I think is gorgeous. Look how 3D that looks. It looks like right here, like you can, like this, I should feel that, and it's not. It's flat. Do you like the heart shape, Susan? Susan say. The heart shape. What did I miss? Yummy rose gold. Oh, Xandra. Yeah, Xandra makes, for those of you who may not know, Xandra makes my recipe of the creamer pigments, the mixture of creamer pigments to come up with the rose gold color that we have been using and selling and sharing for years. But but she sells it on her blog. Z, you can feel free to put your link to your blog out there. April, throw your link out for your Etsy shop. And Gayla, throw your link out there to your scallop potato recipe. CB will probably need your margarita mix recipe. Okay. So let's, in this smooth, solid area up here, I should be able to get a decent imprint. Now, should I wet this at all or just take it off with a dry magic eraser? Is the magic just in the magic eraser? Straight shots. Nice. Sherry, you don't know this about me, but big girl does love a good margarita. Salt my rim on the rocks. I'm all yours. Keep that to yourself. It's like I used to tell Dave when we were first dating. Like, you want to do this? You want to do that? Say, hey, look, half a wine cooler, a hot dog, I'm all yours. Dampen it. Yeah, great. I'm going to spray it then. I'm not going to dunk it. Lightly dampen it. That's a little bit of a mist from my continuous sprayer, of course. Oh, Denise, if you're still here, you probably have seen this, but some of the girls never saw this a week or so ago when I first showed this. It's another Kuretake Gold. Drop of shimmer. Have you seen that? And apparently they have a silver and a copper too that some of the girls got. I just have the gold. This is much more liquid. It's a different consistency than the gold, you know, in that short jar that you shake that has the ball in it. I can't think of mica gold. It's different consistency than that stuff. Okay, let's try this and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I gotta take my glasses off because I gotta look up close and I can't see with my glasses on. So what do I want to do here? Let's just do this. Oh, that's coming right off. That's too wet. Are you kidding me? Wow. Some of those got blurry under there. Actually, that kind of looks okay where it's smudgy. That might dry just looking kind of smudged out, but the rest of it worked really well. But this Yupo is like plastic. It doesn't have any tooth to stick to. So it does wipe off fairly easy, but a mist, do a half a mist. Yeesh. Let's do something. I mean, again, I'm not going to use this in one piece, right? Although I may, but I'm not. I promise you I'm not going to do that. I could, but I'm not. Okay, let's just... Now I got to rub it a little bit. But that's what I want. A dry rub, not... So I got to tell you, CC, Creation CC, is the first one that I ever saw do this with a stencil. She did it on watercolor paper, not Yupo. But she used one of my stencils doing it. And then the little rascal sent me that watercolor. It's actually up in my living room. And I thought, why didn't I ever think of that? I've had done the stencils for years. Never occurred to me. Xander is another one that looks at stuff. And I'm like, I never saw that in that pattern. But CC also took some of my geometric stencils, some of the old original ones that like had arches on. She turned them sideways and used them for like skyscrapers in a cityscape. Like, what the hell? Yeah, so that's coming right off. That's the ticket, is a magic eraser on this stuff, because any water, see what's happening up there? which actually looks kind of cool on its own. But if you want a clean image, I would not suggest doing that. Let's try another. Let's do another piece. Oh, now I'm on a roll with a different stencil. We're going to do this one. That's got a lot of cool stuff in it. Holy smokes. This one looks more like, I think, a gala when I see this one. This one. You make these, they go so fast, but then they take forever to dry. What's your water jar? Oh, yeah. Yep. April, if you want to text me a picture of, I think I have, well, I don't know where it is, how far back. Text me a picture and I'll show on my phone. When we were in Arizona shopping, we went into this really cool gallery. And they had one artist that did like utilitarian kind of ceramics. And they were really pretty. But Xander said, oh, that would make a good water brush or watercolor water bowl and a brush holder. And it was actually for a toothbrush holder with a cylinder in the middle where you could put your, toothpaste or whatever. But Xander sees what others don't see and stuff. Why the hell didn't I see that? I'm always about a cool looking water brush. If they had one in the glaze I like, big girl would have had one of those too, I can promise you. Sherry, I wore my earrings. I should call them our earrings the other night. Oh my gosh. That was funny. I haven't had a stroke. I'm waiting for Xandra, and my hands are so cold. I've got them under my shirt like Al Bundy, trying to get the fingertips movable again before she comes back with that picture to my phone. I'll show you guys. And I've seen those type things before done in pottery, but never, never, never did I ever think of doing that. Let me get a different stencil. See, here's the old, for those of you who don't know, that's the old pictograph designs. And that's the second generation. Sent it. All right, let's see what we got here. So you did. Oh, you put the brush that way. I thought you'd stand the brush upright and let it catch in the little rim on the bottom. Let me zoom in on the piece of pottery first. Some of them had more holes around them. And actually, the way April did, it's probably better for the health of the brush. But I thought the brush would go vertical, so it would go down the hole and sit in this little lip at the bottom. Of course, it's not a brush holder, it's a toothbrush holder, but that's how you put the toothbrushes in it, so I guess that's why my head went that way. Yep, see, she dries them that way. I knew it. Again, more clever than me, but aren't you all? Let's see, what do I want to do? Let me find a funky stencil. Let me find something deeper in the archives if we're going to get crazy. I want a bigger pattern. Oh, here's some that Denise Love made me buy. The dots. These I got these somewhere else. What are these? A colorfullifedesigns.com. Is that Shannon Green's? I think that's Shannon Green's. Do you know that website, Denise? A colorfullifedesigns.com. They have a bunch of cool little pattern kind of stencils. Oh, let's do maybe some of Robin's. That might look cool. And that might look cool. And that might look cool. Oh, this one's cool too. I think this is one of Shannon's too. Love that. And there's my Vortex stencil. That got a lot of use in Arizona. Digging into the vault. These are other brands that I don't. Oh, hang on. Should I do that one? Maybe not. Let's do this. Okay. Hold the phone. I'm still looking. I got a ton of other stencils here. I wonder what that small text would look like. I don't know. Let's not get crazy. Clock's ticking. In your calendar. Oh, for Jan's surgery. January 8th. Dave finally goes in and has his surgery on his foot. February 5th. He retires January 3rd. Then he'll be surgery February 5th. He's trying to get in earlier. And all ready to go for golf season. All right, I'm just putting one little misty squirt and waving it in front of the mist like that. That's how much water's on here. Now let's see. Which one am I willing to sacrifice? We'll go for this one. And let's do this. Do I want to do it in this? Actually, this intersection right here. Hear that? Where my finger's sticking? Where these puddles like this pull up and dry kind of thick. That ends up sticky on Yupo. I have the ones I've mounted. The one I showed you, I took off the wall and brought it down the other day. That one is sprayed with Kmart varnish, and then you're good to go. Gail never asked to put me on her calendar before, but that's all right. Doesn't hurt my feelings. It's okay. Don't need to be on her stupid calendar anyway. Oh, a meniscus tear. Kathy, where's Kathy Seek? I know we got a few Kathys in here. Where do you live? Are you in the States or are you in the UK? Okay, as I'm blabbing, I'm probably losing my window. Some of these areas are too cool to do anything to. Let's go in this clear blob right here. This clean, smooth little blob. That's probably too dry. Let's try another little mist. Come on, magic eraser, do your magic. Hello. There we go. Oh, look at you. That came out pretty clean. All right, so let me see. Let me make the most use of my time here. So those, you guys saw how to do that, right? Dry eraser, barely misted on Yupo with watercolors through a stencil. Viola. Okay. I want to also, I need some elbow room is what I need. I'll get out my jelly plate real quick. And we shall try this black paper. See if my vision works. You know how that goes. This stuff looks pretty cool in my head, and then when you do it, not so much. But The hell? Oh, okay. Oh, it's hitting this. Good Lord. Okay. Never mind talking to myself. Don't stress about it. It's just me. Oh, look. My cheat sheet is all out of alignment now. So we'll figure that out the hard way later. I think I know most of them anyway. I'm sure I know all of them. I know it all. Let's just put that out there. Kathy. Oh, you're in Roanoke. Okay. Okay. It's coming back to me. My memory is shot, and people tell me things years ago, and I'm like, somebody told me. I have no idea who it is. It's embarrassing at times, but I think that's the direction we're headed for the duration of my existence here. I don't think it's going to get any better. Okay, let me grab a jelly plate. Where are you, jelly plate? Okay, I'm not worried about anything fancy. I'm just going to grab one of these old snags here. And, oh, Lord, my elbow. Reach. Bend that way. Okay, that's got some paint smeared on it from Lord knows what happened to that. And was left in that state, but that'll just pick up. It'll pick up next time. Okay, let's get a brayer out of the brayer department. That one will work. And let's grab back to the stencil drawer. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get the loose little bit out of here. Ugh. I don't envy you that one, Kathy. All right, this one just has the tiniest bit, if anything, left in there. But I'm going to save this jar. Oh, it's got more than I thought. I'll save that jar to do some painted tissue papers in the near future. Let's do this one. Or maybe this one. The stencil drawers are out of control. Oh, shit, I laid that right in the... Oops, Gayla, mark me down. I said shit twice. You can't win around here. All right, let's brayer this bad boy on here. Gel play. Lesson is easier to remove paint on UFO than watercolor paper. You can also do it on watercolor paper. It just takes, you got to just be careful because you can break down the watercolor paper itself. You just want to, you just got to find the sweet spot. Look how pretty this is. Going over it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do my crepe paper idea first, which is probably a fail. So next Halloween, we'll have decorations. Okay. So in my head, I had this idea of taking the texture of the crepe paper. And let's just take a couple bits of it. We don't do anything exact around here. No need to measure. Rip it, and it is what it is. So we'll do this. That's kind of the width of the plate. Very light touch. I'm just going to barely lay it on there. And I'm just whispering a touch on there. Oh, that looks kind of cool-ish. Yeah. Which side is which? I don't know. We'll go this way. Just a little bit. Oop, that one went through. and I barely touched it. It's some delicate stuff. That looks kind of cool with the black through it. Come on, focus. Work with mother. Work with me. There we go. See what I mean? That's kind of cool texture. Excuse my tickle. All right, I just got to put double-sided tape on it. Now do I get gold crepe paper and put black paint on it? Never leave well enough alone. More is more when it comes to art supplies. I think you're all with me. Oh, look at that one, came out really good. I'm getting the touch now, baby. I'm making these till the cows come home. You know what? One thing that I love from the retreat, the was it the thermal cash register paper? No, it was the regular paper cash register paper, the old stuff, adding machine tape, whatever you want to call it. That was not thermal, just paper. That the brilliant Bonnie, that was in Arizona with us, from what I understand, what she did was she took the roll, had some coffee mixture, like she used to spray stuff to make papers look old and stained, and she dipped the edges in the coffee and let it sit for a little bit, and then flipped her over and did the same thing on this side and let it just soak in there. And when you pulled it off, where would I have something to show you? Oh, I know. I have a piece right here. Here's the little book that we did in Arizona, part of it. But see, this is a piece of her tape. And see where the coffee stain is at the end? And then I just did crap in the middle of it. A little scripting and some bits that were on my jelly plate that were pulling up. But I think I have another piece in here. Well, that's the back side of it. I just wrapped it all the way around. But it was really I don't know if I have any more in there or not. This is unfinished, as we can see. Haven't touched it again since we've been home. No, this is the book she had. Oh, this is the piece I'm seeing, but that's something else. Oh, that's a piece of it. Wait a minute. That's the pink piece that went with this. These papers that Xandra gave us, where she did the eco dyeing, and then I did stuff on top of it. That was one of Robin's, you guys saw this, one of Robin's printables that I hit with the watered down spray of the bronze. This was, see, that's what it looks like on the back, on the front, but then Bonnie jelly plated over it. And the back of this one, where the toner comes through the bond paper, is pink on there, and I will do something with this on that page because it kind of matched one of these days. But anyway, that's how the tape turned out, and I thought that was lovely, lovely, lovely. So how about that? Okay, let's put this in a safe place. And I don't know whose house that might be in, but I don't think it's here. I have to take it to a neighbor at this juncture. What time is it? So remember, Z comes on at 4, Scraps to Beauty on YouTube. What's with the tickle? I can't be tickling. I shall not get sick. Pumping the airborne and dye cam like a crazy person. So that's kind of cool with that texture on there, I do believe. All right, now I'm gonna have to get out more paint. You people, I'm telling you. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This is what's looking at me in the paint, one of the paint drawers of the paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bins full of paint on this one of the paint places. is this the PBO Dyna. That's the shifter. Iridescent green blue. Not the blue green. This is the green blue. I'm going to put this down because I'm going to pick it up on black. And that looks really cool on black. And that's only going to stick through the holes of that, right? So let's get that down. Oops. Hang on. And now I'm going to lift some of that up. Lift some of the excess up. So it kind of only stays in the holes of the bronze. See that pattern in there? All right, Z, we'll see you then. So I'm going to pick it up with this waxy plastic looking deli paper that I sent you the link for. This is really slippery slick. Super slick. Oh, Dorothy, she's home. She's been out to another fabulous dinner. A late night English dinner. What did you have, Dot? Now, see, this is kind of getting wrinkled up, which I love that texture in there. See how random it is? And that's different texture than what my other deli papers do. Let's see if it's so slippery it doesn't even pull the paint off the plate. That would not be good. Okay, I'm going to peek. I don't know what's lifting, actually. Pretty well. Oh, that's that swirl of color I had on there before I started, that blob there. Be still, focus. There you go. That blue looks funny to me. It doesn't look like it usually does. See over here in the side where you just see it. See that kind of shift in there? It looks a little different in there. Maybe it just has to dry. Some of the metallics, you don't really see the full glory until they're dry. And look how this paper kind of bent or molded up here. See these wrinkles? I'm going to turn it over and see if there is an indentation there. Do you see that? Like it kind of stretched. Can you see that in there? That was right around the edge of the plate. Very interesting. Candlelit Carol, sir. Oh, cool, Dot. That sounds fun. No, it's pretty strong in the deli paper world. Let's see, can I tear it if I want to easily? Yes. Oh, look at that. Tore pretty straight. So, all right. Let's put you over there. Let's try another one or two of that, and then we'll go into the craft paper. Whatever I had on there isn't coming up very easily. That's okay. It's all right. Let's do, okay, just to show you what this usually looks like on black. Put another bit of this PBO down there. PBO, potato. You know what I mean. Okay, let's grab another piece of this. And I did have a couple stencils pulled. What the hell did I do? Oh, this one here. Let's do this. This is a mask. One of mine. I think it's called Geometric Mask, maybe? You know, something really clever. It's the worst part of the stencils is trying to name them. Now, see how where these edges are? Let's see if this one stretches. You can really see. You can't see through the paper, But you can really see, well, you guys can see that, the indentation of the whole stencil there, right? Magic tricks and all. Oh, wow. You know how to get out there and have a good time, Doc. Good for you. This seems like it would be a really nice thin weight for collage, but I'm wondering how you can glue it if it stays glued. All right, let's see. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting, this is shifting, so I see a purple in here, and I think it's just the color of the paper affecting the paint color. You know how that my black bond paper kind of bleeds into white and gets that silvery grayish look to it? I'm wondering if this is doing that, because I can clearly, this clearly at this angle to me looks purple, but of course that's never going to show on the camera, because when the shifts happen, it never does. Nope, I don't see any purple. Let me hold it up this way. A little on the far edge of the screen, maybe over here, down that strip. It kind of went a little purple. I don't know. Anyway, time's a waste, and let's move on. Oh, look, I got this now. Got the mosque. Thoroughly clean your stencil like I just did. That's sarcasm if you don't recognize that tone. Let's do something messy. I'm going to take this piece with tape on it, and I'm just going to print on the other side. But I don't like to do anything normal. It's true. So that's got that on there. Let's throw like a magpie. If it's shiny, I'm all over it. Let's try a little bit of this bronze that may or may not be left in that bottle. Fear not, I have another bottle. On standby. And let's, I got one of Seth's sprays here. I mean, the hell. Let's just mash it up. Patti, can you glue it to something? Don't give me any ideas, Dot. I mean, Gala. Curious how it glues. Okay, now everybody wants to eat glue. Okay, yeah. Well, we will do that. I'll do that for you. In the spirit of Christmas. I will share that. So I'm going to do this. What the hell? I'm going to spray some Seth gold on there. But then I also need to put something a little grabbier on there. This is the Eco line. This is the white. This is liquid watercolor. This is going to be a mess. Let's go put a little bit on there just to opaque it up a little bit. Oh, actually, let's use this. This is acrylic ink. Oh, that's pearl. God forbid we got everything shiny on here. This is titanium white. Let's use this. This is acrylic ink. This will give it a little bit more opacity. Not too much or it'll get crazy. So where's my piece of paper? Over here. Okay. And see, it's resisting the jelly plate which I like when it does that because that's more texture. See where it's beating up? Not from that angle you can't, but there you can. And I'm going to let it sit there a minute. That's because it was wet. It was more watery. I'm going to let that come through a minute while we chat. We'll just chat. Thinking glue test will be whether it's still sticking the next day. So basically, Gayla, you're asking me to do a 2-day project for you. I'll do it. It's okay. Let me find something to glue the thing to. Let's go in my collage book here that I haven't opened in quite some time that I really want. I've been itching to collage since I have a ton of papers of all varieties. All right, I'm just going to pick this one up for the sake of time. It's 3:36. For those of you who don't know April, that's a little creative. That's April. And she has, April, did you put your shop link out there in chat? Feel free to do it again. April imports Renaissance watercolors from Poland and has some new products and new things. And I need to find my, it's somewhere down here, April, my masking powder. That's a new creation of theirs. And Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, used it recently and did something really cool with it. It was a snow scene with like holly berries on a bush. I believe that was where she used it. And it looked really, really good. I have to look at that video so I know what I'm doing when I go to share it. But first, one has to locate it. I'm telling you, I keep telling Dave for years, when we retire, we are going down the basement. Of course, I got projects in every bit of the house that are with all the family illnesses and all the stuff for the last 5 years has just been put on the back burner. It has moments of genius in it, but it's, I mean, I'm not gonna write home and call the authorities or anything. But there's bits where you don't, again, probably not going to use this in one piece, but I like where the white kind of came through there. That was just a cleanup print anyway, so not a masterpiece. Don't get all excited. But now while we're doing that, you know what I want to do? And I don't have it right here, and I'm not going to dig it out right now. But that put me in mind to when I used to use the Stuart Simple, the black 2.0 and the white, whatever the white number was, and made swirly circles on the plate and picked it up with all the wet inks on it. They were some of my favorite pulls of all times. I'm just guessing at this. Is it wide enough? Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Yes. Oh, I was going to glue. See? Squirrel. I'm telling you. You got to keep an eye on me, people. I go off the rails anymore. Focus is not in the game. Let's do this so we can give it like a 20-minute test. Let me find. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. I heard Golden High Flow does the same separating, but I haven't tried it. Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm going to hold up on the frame. Kayla, you knucklehead. Heard the Golden High Flow does the same thing, but I haven't tried it. Does the same thing as what? How far back do we go here? You need to find it, Patty. I'm so excited to see play with. Oh, yeah. The masking powder. Oh, a Stuart Simple. Yeah, they do. They do act like that. Oh, jeez Louise. They're both so thin and a watery consistency. They're fluid. So yeah, they do act similar. They do the like when I use this on the plate, that resists. Because this is the one, April, that I put this, just splash it around the plate a little bit, and then I spray it with water and let it sit. Or I roll, sorry. Let me back up. I forgot my own technique. I put some of this is the high flow bronze, brayer it on the plate, and then spray it. And the water, I'll do one of those before we sign off. So I got a glue. Let me find a blank page. Ay, ay, ay. I love that page, that black and white. And I like that one. They both appeared in my calendar that I made this year. And that one. And that one. I must have been on a roll for a calendar art this time. Oh, God, remember that one, Gail, up with these circles. We're back on the, oh, that's a good one. Okay. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, let's do this. Let's tear some pieces. And let's tear these in half. And tear this in half. And then we'll use, oh, Lord. Oh, please don't tell me that's still packed up. Oh, it is. I thought I unpacked all that though. Hang on a minute. Something's a little screwy here. Well, let's grab a glue stick first off. And this is one of those really grabby Giottos. Ask her to do it. She would have it for. I've been wanting to see you do the bronze split for months. Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it next. Keep reminding me because I'll forget by the time it's time for me to do it. Where's my deli? I'm going to use a piece of this deli. Let's glue stick this bad boy. All right. And I love those little wrinkles of texture in there. Okay, that's Giotto. And I think, are you kidding me? Where would that be if I were my bottle of glitter glue? I thought I unpacked everything from the trip, but it's not in the spot for my glitter glue. So let's just move on and see if we can use Aleene's. I don't want to dirty a brush, so I'll just dirty my finger. You guys are pushing me right to the limit. Oh, Lord, this was not the way to go. I can tell you that. Well, this one's going to be, that's going to be what it is. That's going down. There's not glue on everything, and we know that. So when the edges curl up, that's because there's no glue. We'll just go back to the glue bits. Come here for more scientific experiments. It's like a booger on my finger now. Where's my glue? What's that? I don't think we need to test E6000. Or do we? There's a little matte medium. Finger's dirty. Might as well just keep going with that. That is disturbing me that I don't know where that is. All right, there's the matte medium. So before, where the heck is that? Before I forget, this is Giotto, right? Giotto. This was this right here in front of me. Quick Dry. Aleene's Quick Dry. Aleene's Quick Dry. What was that? That was matte medium. Okay. Okay. Moving along. One more quickie. That's what he said. Oh, my mind. Let's get this. Okay, Kathy, here we go. Sticker so it wouldn't spread on the deli very easily. I have... I do. I have about 14 of them. They're over by the sink where they were washed out a number of weeks ago or months ago. I'm telling you, this place is a disaster. So let's go back here. One more demo. We're going to wrap it. Wrap it up. So this is Golden's High Flow. My favorite color, Iridescent Bronze Fine. All right. Mix her up good. And I'm just going to put a few little drops. You can just kind of spritz it on there. Like so. That should be good enough. Oops. And then brayer it. Probably wasn't enough. Watch me flub it. I'm putting more on there. That's not enough. Yvonne's demo. Oh, the bronze. That's what I'm doing. There we go. You want it to be about like that on there. Give it a good roll out. And then I take my continuous water sprayer and just mist that puppy. It's pretty wet. And see what it does. It starts to break up and resist because now it's too wet for that consistency of the plate. And you'll start to see it over here. See it breaking down the turquoises or whatever that, I forget the PB number 7 maybe. See how that's breaking out like that? While that happens, let me find an appropriate piece of paper to pick that up with. I want to look for a printable, and I know I don't have any here. I think they're all still packed. Or do I? Or do I? Here's one. I want a lighter color one. Getting picky now. Let's just do it on this one. This one has some lighter colors. So this is one of Robin's printables. So see what what it's done now and how much of that turquoise is showing. So now I'm going to take a printable on regular paper with my HP printer. It's just an inkjet. Lay that on there. I don't want to smash it to lose the pattern of all the little puddles and spread them out. I'm just lightly touching it. Trying to make contact everywhere. And then you can see the ink that's on the paper, right? The toner that's on the paper for the print. When that gets wet, it seeps through the back of the paper. You can see some of the turquoise of the copper coming through too. But see that purple? That's not from the paint. That's from the toner that comes through. So sometimes the back of these look cooler than the front of these. That's what he said. So let's pull that bad boy and see most of the bronze is still laying there. And see, you get that kind of webbing, drippy, edible looking lusciousness. Um, some of them turn out better than others. It's always a crapshoot with the amount of water, the amount of paint. See how much turquoise is showing down there where that all split up? And here's kind of a combination. And then on the back, see what that's doing. And that's still going to do stuff while because it's still pretty damp. Let me put this again at the neighbor's house to be safe. But see, because the bronze is metallic, it's heavier. And when those puddles break out, the bronze sinks to the bottom. And I'm lifting off most of the water and the turquoise and a little bit of the bronze, but most of it is still there. You see? I mean, it's really easy. It just was I just kind of tripped over it one day doing it. So it's not like I'm a genius like Gayla thinks or anything. So let's pick this bad boy up. I'm going to do, I have it here. It's the only one I got out, a color. I'm just going to do this PBO again. That's the Dyna Green Blue. And I'm going to pick this up on this black paper and see if it looks different. And then I'm going to go watch Xander. Okay. So this is the outside because it's curling like so. Just you're laughing at my jokes. These are not jokes. This is my real life. Hey, you gotta laugh. Oh crap. Laugh at that. Put it on crooked. The hell? It's probably Gayla's fault. Somehow it's Gayla's fault. We all know it. Everyone understands, but now it's all cattywampus. One of my daddy's favorite words. Talk about jokes. My father was a riot. Oh my God. And had a really good laugh. I remember I was telling Dave this the other day. I laughed, screaming, laughing at something yesterday. He and I were driving in the car. I can't remember what the heck happened, but I was screaming, laughing, and he just grins and giggles and shakes his head. And I was telling him, I said, I remember years ago, me and my ex-husband in another life lived in Fredericksburg, and he was traveling. My mom and dad came down from Baltimore, and we rode together to a family reunion. And on the way to the family reunion down in Goshen, Virginia, which Kathy probably know, we were talking about two of his aunts that were a riot. I mean, they were my they could have been they were my grandparents' age, right? My dad's aunts. And they were hysterical. And I can remember sitting in my great grandmother's house and them telling stories and laughing. And they laughed, like screaming, laughing. And we were talking about that. And my dad said, I told Dave, I said, this stuck with me my whole life. It's one of my favorite things anybody ever said to me. He said, you laugh just like him, Shug. And my ex-husband always said, you laugh like a GD loon. He didn't say GD. You sound like you're some kind of crazy person. I said, I got a good laugh. My dad said, I love your laugh, Shug, and I love that you got the ass to do it and not care. Oh my God, that just still tickles me. Thank you, Daddy. That's the nicest thing anybody said to me. I don't like this green blue on this black paper. But you can't hate that. It comes out like royal blue. And you know what? One more quickie. Got 5 minutes. I'm going to get my Old Faithful my black Nina. What is this called? The color is Eclipse. Astro Bright. Nina Astro Bright. Buy it by the room on Amazon. This one is called Eclipse. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to see, have I gone crazy? Has something happened to the paint? Or is it the paper? Let's see who's the crazy one now. Where did I put that other staple? Let's use this one. Staple. Stencil. Hello. I like this one. Oh, Don, I'm sorry I missed what the condolences are for, but you have mine as well, my friend. Nothing wrong with a big laugh. Oh my God. That just tickled me. I made sure to tell my ex-husband when I got home. My daddy said. He likes it, and he likes that I have the ass to keep doing it. Oh, see, everything's going off for my 3:57 alarm to get ready for Xandra. And here I am on the jelly plate. Okay, I'm going to pull this one, and then everybody go. Jump over. Yeah, you could barely know Gail is in the room. Well, okay, apparently I'm crazy. You can stop now, Gail. Nobody cares what your opinion is, but that's the difference. And this paper's shiny, not metallic. Well, it's got a little sheen to it, right? So that's the same paint. They do look different, but I had this looking a little different to me. I know what it is. It's when it's against white and black. Oh, crap. I'm just going to pull this off and clean this. We'll carry on next week. I got to go. That's how I clean a stencil. Here's this piece that's drying more. See what I mean? Some of that comes out, the more it soaks through and the water gets to it and it seeps through. It looks pretty cool. Oh my gosh, Dot, I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a tough one. Air hugs, my friend. Because it kind of takes the shine away. See how shiny that is on here? It's different on these papers. So that's a poo-poo drawback for me. But anyway, I'll get over it. This turned out good though. And I'm loving my new Masha palette. So check her out. Masha Watercolors on Etsy. Peace out. Big girl gotta go. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you hanging in with me. And hopefully I'll get on a schedule to see you more often. Bye. Big hugs, Dot.